If you're listening about a Kenku, a Tiefling, and a Bugbear having no damn clue what they're doing, then you're listening to Not So Super Dungeon Bros.
Hello everyone and welcome to Not So Super Dungeon Bros. We have another exciting episode for you as always, and with me is my brother Danny.
Hello.
Thaddeus.
What's up, everybody?
And Garrett.
Hello, hello.
We're excited about this episode. I know it left everyone on a cliffhanger last week, but I do believe that this will put you all at ease. Maybe not.
It better.
All right. Again, I want to also do a couple mentions here. I wanted to reiterate that on Father's Day, we're going to have a special episode with our dad. It's going to be awesome. We actually did a little one-shot the other day with my dad just to kind of get him into the understandings of the rules somewhat, and it was pretty funny. Had a lot of good times, a lot of laughs, and we might release that sometime. We're just trying to decide what we want to do with it. But yeah, so Father's Day, look forward to that. It's going to be great. And for those of you who aren't in the U.S. and don't know when the U.S. Father's Day is, I believe it's June 21st. That's right?
That is correct.
All right, so just keep that on your calendars. So that means the episode will release a day early. Instead of on Monday, we'll release that on Father's Day. So you can sit down with your father and listen. Or whatever you want to do. Either way, it's fine with us. We love you. We had some more outreach from a few people, and we're excited about that. We'll have some new characters as soon as I get a chance. Maybe not this episode, but yeah, we definitely love the feedback that we're getting and for people submitting their items, and it's just going to be great. Do any of you have anything you'd like to add?
No.
No, we're just happy for the support. We're glad to hear from everybody, and it makes the whole thing a lot more fun. And for us players, it's great to get some of those fancy magic items.
Yeah. Rooster, didn't you have like a long little speech you wanted to give before you started?
No, I want this episode to begin as quickly as possible. Thank you.
All right. Who is the lucky winner of the recap?
That is. Let's go.
It's true. I will go through this because I know poor Rooster is having a hard time over there. Last week on Not So Super Dungeon Bros, we made our way down into the city of Eversummit, where we found Captain Rowan leading her forces of the city guard against the cultists. We joined up with them in a fight, and they did pretty well on their own. We fought off some cultists and some what are called helmed horrors, these suits of armor wreathed in flame. So after clearing off the first little bit with them, we found out about a bit of a hostage situation in the marketplace. Rooster asked old Zeke what they should do, whether they should go for them or the Mage's Tower, and Zeke had a weird moment of feeling like he should do the right thing. So we went to the marketplace where we managed to do some good work killing off some cultists. Unfortunately, Barb and Rooster didn't cut their weight, but, I had Rowan and them to help, so that was okay. After that, we went to the Mage's Tower where, as we approached, a huge explosion rocked us of this, it was blue magical awesomeness. But upon going up into the tower, that's where we found the Grand Master. Upon checking on him, he was surrounded by dead cultists. We checked on him, and he appeared to be in some kind of a coma. And fortunately, some more people were able to come and get him stable and start taking care of him. And much to Rooster's dismay and our anxiety, we saw off in the distance the monastery burning. And that is where we left off.
I was legitimately planning on saying that Zeke understated his role that he had, and in a rare turn of events, Barb wasn't the one that killed everybody, but Zeke just wreaked havoc on all these cultists. But I think he did a pretty good job of patting your own back there, buddy.
Consider it patted.
He has to pat his own back sometimes.
One
it doesn't
time
happen often.
Zeke actually killed someone.
Yeah, I mean, considering that most of his attacks were useless against them, he definitely did work on what he could, the cultists.
Yeah, that Eldritch Blast, though. Yeah, the first time that I've rolled very well with Eldritch Blast, and it did
Oh, yeah.
absolutely nothing.
I felt so bad, but it was
it's
funny.
okay. It was funny, but oh my gosh, it was heartbreaking.
To be fair, actually, we probably should have redone that because you attacked twice, so you probably wouldn't have done it again after the first attack.
True, but it's a one action to cast Eldritch Blast.
right.
It's just two separate beings.
That's
so
right.
either
Yeah,
way, I
yeah,
would have
okay.
cried. So it's
That's
fine.
true. Well, you do that a lot. You're sensitive. It's okay, though.
I know.
We still love you.
He's special.
He's special. Special little boy.
All right, can we get
love
on
him.
with the episode now?
I don't know. I kind of want to BS a little bit more. I think that's what our fans are waiting for. Just kind of, they love our rhetoric here.
They care more about Rooster's feelings than your thought processes.
I'm probably gonna disagree with that. No
Yeah,
one
I
cares
mean
about
that's a bit much.
Rooster's an orphan, man.
That's why they care about his feelings, you
Oh my
dummy.
God.
I think our fans would like it if I smacked Rooster
I
in
hate
the face.
all of
I
the
think
orphans.
it would be great to just start.
I hate all of the orphans in the whole world.
Oh my god.
Oh man, I love Nacho Libre. Anyway, let's get on with the show. I could quote movies all day. All right. Our heroes are in the tower. Rooster looks off in the distance and turns and bolts. Zeke and Barb almost don't even have time to see him as he's flying down the stairs. You guys rush after him. You begin running through the city streets. You notice as you're flying through them and trying to catch up to Rooster that it looks like most of the battle is over. That the people are beginning to pick up the pieces. The city itself is trying to bring itself back together. You fly through the marketplace and you see many of the civilians that you saved over by their wagons, sorting through their stuff. Some of them are looking to wave at you and thank you, but they also notice that you guys are just flying by and obviously you're doing something important. You make it out of the city and rush up Mount Evermore. You enter in. The charred gates bent inward on their partially melted hinges. The courtyard is strewn with bodies of monks and monk acolytes. Some are scorched and ashen. Others show deep gashes and dismemberment from swords. As you rush through to the main temple complex, you see the horrified faces of now lost friends. In the main hall of the complex, the scene is similar, but on the steps leading to the sacred altar is Master Frocco, the head monk of the monastery and the closest person you ever had to a father, crumpled loosely on the steps.
Dude, so just imagine Treebeard coming out of Fangorn Forest and seeing all of his beloved trees that he cared for eons, chopped down, dragged away, burnt, and
Okay.
his final yell.
What are you doing, Rooster?
That summons. That's what I'm doing. I'm kneeling on the ground and doing like a Treebeard call.
So
I'm
you're not gonna go to him?
I am freaking out.
Okay, yeah, you fall to the floor in agony, shouting out, and then you notice as you look up with tears streaming through your eyes that there is a slight breath coming from.
I crawl
Master
over
Franco.
immediately to him and cradle his head in my arms.
He looks up at you and says, "My son, he was too powerful. I held them off while the others hid in the mountain passages." You could tell that he's kind of drifting in and out of lucidity.
Who? Master Frocco, who? Who was too powerful? What? Who did this?
There isn't time. Take the heart of Evermore and stop this evil. You know the heart of Evermore is actually the item that sits on the sacred altar. It is an ruby amulet, and is very
Gosh
sacred.
damn it. Why does he get the ruby?
That's all you can think
bullcrap.
about right now. My people are dying.
He reaches up and touches your beak. Remember your training, my son, and we will always be with you. I go now to Madre. And you remember Madre as the god of order. That is the god of this temple that you guys worshipped. And his hand slowly drifts down to his side, and his last breath escapes his lips.
Dude, I'm almost crying right now. I've got like a mixture of Master Splinter dying and like, you know, all I don't know.
Would you like some help in burying the dead?
There will be time for that.
Looking up, Garrett, you see the altar has been flipped on its side.
Uh-oh.
The altar where the amulet is?
You rush up the final steps, you get to the altar, and on it you see a piece of parchment, and written are these words: I will take everything from you, and then your lives. Warmest regards, Caladir. P.S. Ezekiel, your sister is next.
Oh, hell. Oh, shit.
Oh, you have a sister? Is she hot?
Wow, clearly I can't do emotional parts to this podcast.
Oh, apparently.
What's her name? What's her name?
Bob, help us bury the dead. We need to move. We need to...
Why, you can mold earth and we don't have to do anything.
I know, but I'm not picking him up.
As Zeke talks us into this, I start lining out the monks for burial as Zeke is giving them tombs.
You do remember that he said that he protected some of the monks that were in the passageway, and you go up behind the altar to the secret little passageway that leads into the mountain, and you open it up, and behind that you see a lot of the younger monks kind of just scared and in there, but you also see a few of the older monks who are obviously frail, but still there, and they...
Are there any older monks who could have been fighting who weren't?
No.
Okay.
No.
Good, because I was going to go beat the shiz out of them.
No.
Ask them how they could.
Everyone that was able to fight, and even some that were too young to have been fighting, were massacred out in the courtyard that you noticed.
Man, I just ask around as they're coming out, what happened? I look for one of the older guys that I was more or less friends with when I was there.
You find an older one named Palto that you knew very well. He was kind of Master Frocco's right-hand man. He was a little bit older than Frocco, but always looked up to him, and he sees you, and he's like, Rooster, it is good to see you in these troubled times.
It's good to see you too, my old friend. What happened here? Who could do something like this?
A man flew in on a black dragon. He struck the courtyard first, taking the acolytes. As soon as the other masters could form, he was already within the temple. He slayed so many. Master Frocco ordered us to take the little ones into the mountain passage, and he held off that beast of a man. He had blue skin and black tattoos.
Where is the heart of Evermore? Master Frocco said to obtain it and end this madness.
It should be on the altar. And you guys go over to the altar, and you look around for a second, and then you see, kind of under this little ledge, you see the amulet sitting there.
I grab it.
Okay, Palto kind of nods, and you place it around your neck. This amulet gives you +10 to your permanent HP while wearing it.
Nice.
I'm going to take it from him.
No.
Barb is the most insensitive person I've ever met in my life. Of course, I guess Barb did lose his entire family too, so.
Yeah. And it's not his real dad.
Wow. Gosh.
Wow. Palto kind of goes over to where Master Frocco's body has been laid out and kneels over him and just kind of weeps.
Rooster goes and weeps with him.
Okay. After a while, many of the other monks that are left begin arranging them and preparing for them for burial. They go to the sacred tree in one of the courtyards to the southeast of the monastery, and they pick flowers from the tree. It's a white tree that blossoms with pink flowers, and these blossoms seems to stay year-round. Even during winter, they'll just keep blossoming. And it's said to be a sacred tree that was touched by the god Madre. And they take these flowers and place them in their palms of the dead and wrap them up in linen. And you guys are able to bury the dead.
After the burial, Rooster comes to Zeke, and he's kind of just shaking, not really sure if it's out of anger or sadness or fear or what. But he looks up to him. He pulls out the crumbled piece of parchment that was left on the altar, and he's just like, Zeke, where is your sister? I cannot suffer this to happen to anybody else. If that's where this man is going, we must stop him.
I'm not sure where she's at. We need to,
What's her
we
name?
need to get some intelligence. Her name is Lizeth.
Lizeth?
Yeah, Liz for short. But, I don't know where to find her. I didn't know she was alive until now. I guess I owe you a bit of an explanation. When I served Hidukel, the Dark God, I kept her a secret for a very, very long time. But unfortunately, Hidukel has a way of finding things out, and when he did, he sent Gamora to find her. And, they brought her there, and I defied him, and the last time I saw her was as I was being sent into Carcery, cast through a portal, and losing all of my power. And I haven't seen her since.
What if we hunt down this old friend of yours, make him talk?
Perhaps. I think it's the best shot that we have, but getting it out of him won't be easy. He's stronger than when I last left him, and, I imagine he's far, far more powerful now, given that my patron is no longer imbuing me with power.
Well, let's stop by Smashley's, see if you can't grab some power, and then go and beat this guy's butt. We don't have a lot of options here.
I think you're right. I think it's time to get some information and then get moving. Who do you think we could maybe ask to... we do have a spy master who's
Exactly. I was thinking the exact same thing.
Maybe we'll get a hold of the old dwarf, but let's, I guess, head back to town and see if we can stock up.
Sweet. Let's do it. I kind of go, I explain what we're doing to Palto, ask him if there's anything else that we can do for him before we leave, but other than that, we're going to head out immediately to try and avenge this wrong.
He looks at you and he says, "No. Go. Do what is right and defeat this great evil that has come to our land." And he sends you on your way. You notice he's doing his best to guide the rest of the monks and to, try to guide them the way that Master Frocko would have him.
Alright, let's go search Smashley's out. Hopefully that's still in one piece, because we could definitely use some beefier equipment at this point in time.
Yeah. Also, question for you, Jake, do I know of any kind of a communication system? Is there any mages I could have send a message to our old dwarf spy master?
Your dwarf spy master? Yeah, just someone that has the message spell.
Yeah, because I don't have it, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure at the Mage's College you can find somebody.
Sweet. Yeah, that needs to be probably our first stop then, don't you think?
Yeah, agreed. Let's head back to the Mage's College, get some intel, and then stock up.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
You good with that, Barb?
I'm so excited.
Oh, good. Let's go.
Alright. You guys make your way back to the Mage's College. As you reach the Mage's College, you see outside of it, directing some work and stuff, is Robin, the advisor to the Grand Master, and he's directing some stuff, and he sees you and waves to you. Hey, what happened?
My people were massacred. That's what happened. We need to get a message out. We also need to know if you can help us with any information that we're looking for. How are things going here?
Hold on a second. Some idiots mowing.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've heard that for a little while now.
I want to know who mows their lawn at 7:30 at night.
Right? I mostly meant what happened to the Grand Master, but What's this about a message?
Well, as for the Grandmaster, when we were approaching the tower, it seems like he set off a large spell and killed the cultists lying around here and leveled part of the tower. But I'm not sure what happened to him. Probably overexerted himself.
He kind of curses and he's like, I told him he shouldn't have sent me. And he just kind of shakes his head.
Where did he send you?
He sent me to defend the smithing district.
Tell me you at least succeeded.
Well, yes, more or less. The shop should be fine in a couple of days at least.
How did we not see this attack coming? Don't we have forces attacking their mining outpost?
Yes. So, how do they have more men to spare to come all the way over here? Not to mention, no one saw them coming. None of our outposts in between here and there.
That's insane.
Perhaps they were in secret beneath the city? I mean, it seems like the most logical place to be able to hide a force this large.
Or there's a traitor in our midst who let them in.
Or they put them all in beer barrels and roll them over here.
Ah, yes, there was a large shipment of beer last month.
I'm right.
Barb logic.
Roll for logic. What else did he ask? Sorry, we got through that part.
That was all he asked. So you need me to send a message?
Well, there's a handful of things that we need. We need a message sent to Calgarum, to the spy master there. We need to have a conversation with him, if possible. We have this here orb that we would like examined to see if it could potentially aid us in our endeavors. We have a map that potentially marks entrances to other realms, planes of existence. We were going to show it to the Grandmaster, but, well, he's kind of asleep right now, so that's kind of difficult. Yeah, that's where we're at for starters.
Okay,
Sorry, that's a lot to process. I apologize. Let me know if you...
I can send a message to one of the mages in Kilgarum that I know, but it can't be a long message.
How long is a long message?
25 words to be exact.
Okay, we'll come up with a scripted message for you to send. That will do nicely. What is the time of travel for these messages, or is it instantaneous?
It's instantaneous. They should receive it right away.
Very good.
Although this is I have to do it to someone that would recognize me, so I have to send it to this mage, and then he'll have to reach whoever you're trying to contact.
He'll be able to reach him. What about this orb?
I don't know anything about this orb. It's very peculiar. I sense a lot of power from it, but I don't know anything about it.
Okay. Is there anybody here that might be able to look at it and give us some additional insight?
I think the only one who would be able to is the Grandmaster, but he's still in his coma.
Well, bollocks.
Yes, bollocks indeed. What's the message you're wanting to send?
I don't know, dude. I have to figure something out. 25 words.
I mean, my idea is just need to find sister elf named Lizeth, and then like a few things describing her. Like nothing.
So you're looking for
crazy,
Lizeth.
and then just sign Ezekiel.
So figure out a sentence in 25 words and then give that to me.
You know, that's gonna take more time.
Seeking Zeke's sister. 3 words right there. Elf, maiden. What? Describe her to us. Come on.
She's got big
I'm trying to write this down.
She's a double D.
You've never seen her, Barb.
I'm just hoping.
Dude, she will kill you.
As long as you don't have that Barb lube out, I think we're okay.
Oh my gosh.
All right, I've got a potential sentence that has room for additional details on her description.
Shoot, go for
Haldor, seeking Zeke's sister, elf named Lizeth. Need info on location ASAP. The Dungeon Duds.
it. I love it.
She's gonna know who the Dungeon Duds are?
Shouldn't you say Knights of Kilgarb?
Yeah, that would probably
I thought
be better.
that was implied.
Well, I don't think anybody's ever referred to you as the Dungeon Duds other than us.
I'll just put Rooster.
Sign it Zeke. She won't know who that is.
I know, it's not sending to her. We're sending it to
Haldor.
To Haldor, yeah.
Okay.
As for Liz, she is a slender, normal-looking elf with brown hair and elfish features.
She has brown hair. What color are her eyes?
She's about the same height as me. Gold eyes,
Ooh.
What do her teeth look like?
Oh my gosh.
fangs.
They're
She can
canines.
bite your throat out. Anyways, yeah. So just a little short description in the message, and
All right, so here's our message, Jake. Haldor, seeking Zeke's sister, elf named Lizith, slender, brown hair, golden eyes. Need location ASAP. Rooster.
Okay, he relays all of that to his mage friend, and you guys are going to have to wait.
how long will it take for us to get the return message?
It depends, because they're sending it to one of the mages, and the mage has to go to Haldor, and then
So it's
Haldor's
gonna
gotta
be a
respond.
bit.
So it could be 15 minutes, it could be an hour, it just depends
Let's go to Smashley's then, because the message will come whenever the message comes.
I was going to go over this map and see if he had any
Oh, yeah, true.
insight. Because they've
Yeah,
been
that's a good
searching.
idea.
They've been trying to identify additional locations, right?
Right.
So yeah, I pull the map out and I kind of show him that, we had a circle over the location of the Earth Elemental Plane. We've already been there, explained to him that. I show him that there's an X in the middle, southeast of the fire swamps of Telek-Tur. There's a circle over the Sea of Medesi, a circle over the island of Kakuchu, and a circle over Teleros. Is that right?
Teleros, yep.
And ask him if they have any additional intel as to exact locations on any of those descriptions.
So the Grandmaster had me working on this, actually, and the only other place that we've kind of tracked down is we have heard rumors that there might be one of these teleportation circles in Belthancourt.
Belthancourt?
Balthancourt.
Where the fetch is that?
It's on your map. Southeast. Or southwest, sorry. Corner of your map. Balthancourt.
Oh, the island way down there?
Yep. He looks over your map even more, though. He's like, this would make sense, though. This is the spot where you said that the other entrance to the Earth Elemental Plane was, correct?
Yes.
Okay. By logic, I would say fire would be in the fire swamps, perhaps. Sea of Medesi would probably have the water plane. Kakuchu, I'm not sure what plane that would be, and I'm not sure what Teleros or Belthancourt would be. To be honest, I thought Belthancourt was going to be the Earth plane.
Well, we at least have one additional potential location for us to travel to, but I feel there are more immediate threats that we need to take care of before we seek out the remainder of these soul stones. Else, every allied city will be laid to waste by this black dragon and his rider.
The city's not laid to waste.
My city was laid to waste.
That's not a city, it's a monastery. The monastery is smaller than the Mages College, so
You know what?
They destroyed his home.
Don't you know?
Oh my gosh.
Alright, well, with that, we can finally get out of here and go to
Let's
Smashley's.
go to Smashley's.
Okay, you head over to the smithing district, and it has seen a lot of damage on the exterior of some of it. It looks like some fires were cast on some of it, but put out quickly. It seems like you also notice a lot of cultists are dead here. It looks like there was actually a major attack, but they were able to defend it quite well. Smashley's, however, it doesn't look like it took any damage because they probably didn't want to damage it, because as we said before, it is the ugliest building in this block, so they probably didn't see it as anything of importance.
Anything we do can only be an improvement.
Yes. Smashley was actually hit with an ugly stick and it improved her features. True story.
Oh my gosh.
You enter in. Oh, my darlings, welcome back. It's been too long. Oh, Rooster, I do have your gloves for you.
About that, we have a slight problem.
What's the problem?
I hold out my hand and flash my bling at her.
Oh, Yes, that would be a problem. Yes. Are you wanting it, the curse removed?
Well, it's either that or cutting my finger off, so yeah, probably want to remove the curse.
I warn you that when the curse is removed, the ring loses its power.
That's okay, I got this fancy new dagger.
Oh, okay then. She says, that'll be 20 gold, and she takes you by the hand. Are you okay with that?
Yes. Losing my
Yes.
lucky dagger is actually kind of a sad moment.
Alright, she
My
takes
home's
you...
been taken away from me, my father's dead, my lucky ring's being stolen.
No, you'll keep the ring.
It won't be lucky anymore, though.
It could still be a lucky ring. But anyway, she takes you over the table and starts doing some magic on it, and soon the curse of the ring, the smokiness that comes out of it just kind of like comes up and crackles, and then the ring just kind of dims, and it is no longer cursed. You can remove it.
That's really sad. I remove it and put it on a chain around my neck.
Okay. Is there any... Oh, wait, let me get your gloves. And she brings back your gloves. Then they are the black gloves that would go up to your knuckles, and they look very finely made, very elaborate, and they have the slot for your diamond.
So I pull out that big old diamond
Yep.
and plop it on the table.
That's a little too big for your hand, I believe.
Oh yes. I pull out the shrink wrap that I got from Florandel and set that down. And I just look at her with like a gleeful look in my eyes.
What's this?
Oh yes. Let me explain. You wrap this around the diamond and the diamond will shrink. You have to take it off when it gets down to size though. So I don't really know what size it needs to be. So if you could do it, that'd be great.
Okay, she wraps it around it, and nothing happens.
Shh, what was I supposed to do?
Are you sure you're not forgetting anything? And she kind of studies it for a little bit, and then she's like, maybe this. And she takes some tongs and holds it in the tongs and puts it over a candle and starts burning it, melt it. Like
It's
fire.
a good thing she's smart. I didn't even write that in my notes.
She begins heating it up, and it begins to shrink, and shrink, and shrink, and shrink, until it is about the size where it would fit in the slot. She removes it and sets it on the table, and then all of the shrink wrap stuff starts to dissolve and slough off of it, and now you have a diamond that is very pure and clean and just the right size. And she goes, this will work splendidly. Where did you get this shrink wrap, by the way? I might be interested in learning its creation.
There was this merchant with a dirty bear squirrel
Lord
who sold it to
Florandel.
us. Yeah, that guy.
That hack? How did he come up with this?
I think he said that someone suggested the idea to him, and then he, figured it out from there.
Interesting. I'll have to look into it. Very well, I'll let me go set this. And she goes into a back room, and you hear just like a bunch of noise, and then boom! And a little smoke comes out from underneath the door. And then she comes outside, her hair is a little frazzled, and she hands you the gloves. There you go, darling. That should do nicely.
Very good. And how much was that again?
You've already paid for the gloves before you left.
Oh, I thought that was just a down payment. But okay, that works.
No, you paid for the gloves. You hadn't paid for the diamond. That was all.
That's right. All right. Well, sweet. I'm going to peruse around while the other guys get a chance to do their thing.
That's
Okay.
fine.
So again, do you want me to go through the items again, or?
Absolutely. Especially if there's anything new.
Nothing really new. There's still the basin of things where you pay silver and you can look into it and possibly see something. There's the arrow of slaying, beat of force, bracers of archery, chime of opening.
Barb needs those bracers of archery.
While wearing the bracers, you have proficiency with the longbow and short bow, and you gain a +2 bonus to damage rolls on ranged attacks. Chime of opening, circlet of blasting, dust of disappearance, dust of sneezing and choking, which Rooster almost had a terrible accident with.
Oh my gosh.
Elemental gem, folding boat, horn of blasting, filter of love, ring of free action, ring of jumping, ring of water walking, sovereign glue.
What does that ring of water walking do?
While wearing this ring, you can stand on and move across liquid surfaces as if it was solid.
Any time limit on that?
Nope.
How much does that cost?
Hold on. I just
I
realized.
also am
I
interested
just
in the
realized my
circlet.
price sheet is over here.
The circlet of blasting?
Yes.
Yeah, that one sounds interesting too.
You like to blast?
Yeah. That was weird. We should have synchronized like that.
Now, does she have any, like, real weapons, like swords or anything like that? Or is it all...
Weapons? Not so. She has the Trident of Fish Command.
It basically makes you
Become
Aquaman.
Momoa.
Yes, you would. You would be Aqua Barb.
As soon as you pick it up, you grow a beard.
What are we looking at now? Oh, the ring. We're wondering
The
the
ring
price.
of water walking and the circlet of blasting, I believe.
Ring of Water Walking is 1,500 gold.
Whew.
You are in luck, my pretties. Today I have 10% off all my products. And we'll round down to the nearest 100. So I would say 1,300 for the ring.
Dude, sweet. We got a D-Day weekend sale going on.
Well, you see, I have a lot less customers with all this going on. It's quite unfortunate. Then you wanted to know about the...
Circlet of blasting. Or is it bracers of blasting?
No, just the circlet. There wasn't bracers
Yeah.
or blasting.
Okay, I thought it was circlet, but
While wearing this circlet, you can use an action to cast Scorching Ray spell with it. When you make the spell's attacks, you do so with an attack bonus of +5. The circlet can't be used this way again until the next dawn.
no.
How much is
Okay.
that?
Circlet of Blasting is also going to be 1,300 after the discount.
I'm good.
What do my gloves do again?
So it's going to give you a celestial damage bonus, but you don't know how
Wait,
much
so
that
I'm
is yet.
purchasing these things and she doesn't even explain to me how they work?
So every time you do an unarmed attack with no weapon, it will add celestial damage to it.
Okay, gotcha.
She did explain that to you last time.
Well, that was a long time ago.
Well, maybe you should take notes. What else? Where were we at? We were at the folding boat, horn of blasting, filter of love, ring of a free action. Oh, by the way, darlings, I think I might be able to upgrade that ring of the donkey. I've done some more research, if you're interested.
Okay.
So, for 200 more gold, I can double its power.
Okay. I give her 200.
Okay, she works on it for a little bit. Now you will roll 2d8, and it will knock a person back 20 feet.
Sweet.
I have a question because
What
I don't
is
know
up?
if this is even remotely possible. If I gave her the ring of the ram, could she use that to further improve his ring?
I'm afraid once an item has been sealed with its magical properties, it's very difficult to transfer it to another object.
Okay, worth asking. I think I'm going to sell the ring of the ram.
A ring of the ram, you say? Let me see here. Ooh, that I could take that for 3,500 gold.
All right,
Hey,
Yeah.
you could buy the boat.
I could.
Or I could give you 7,000 in store credit.
I'll take the 7,000 in store credit.
The ring of the ram is actually worth 5,000. But anyway. So
because
yeah,
I already it does the
gives you
same damage type as
7,000 store credit.
Yeah.
You could still get the boat.
I pull out my great axe and ask her how much it's worth.
Oh, darling, let me see this.
Wait, you're just gonna sell your great axe?
Probably. Thing's a piece of shit.
Let's see, with this diamond...
Nobody's heard the last.
Are you looking
One
for
shot.
gold or for store credit?
What will you give me in store credit?
I could go as high as 9,000.
Done.
Wow.
And thank you. She's like, I should be able to use this diamond to enchant it. All right. And she pays you the 9,000 gold. She takes out a big, well, not a big chest, but a smaller chest, and hands it over to you.
Wait, isn't it store credit though?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, that's store credit. I forget. And she puts it away.
She gives you a coupon for 9,000 gold
Yes,
off.
here is your coupon. There's 9,000 coupons in this chest.
Smashley, is there any way I could perhaps purchase something custom? Something that might help me with my spellcasting? Or maybe help me be granted more armor without wearing actual armor? I know it's a bit of an odd request, but
Let me think on that for a minute. You may peruse around as you wish. I'm gonna look some stuff up first.
yep, no worries. I know it was kind of a random.
Yeah, way to
offbeat thing,
go,
but
Dip. Now it's more work for me. You suck.
I just want cool stuff.
You have cool stuff.
I don't have any diamonds.
I have diamonds.
Screw being the good guy, man.
Didn't you
Why
just
is
get rid
the
of your
demon
diamonds?
being the good person all the time?
I got rid of one. One was connected to the axe.
She looks over, waves you back over to her. She's like, I do have one item that might be of use. It's called the Cloak of Protection. You gain a +1 bonus to AC and saving throws while you wear this cloak. This would be the only thing I would have that is not armor. If you wish some armor to wear that is enchanted, then
I don't think there's going to be anything able to get me as much as I have already. Thank you, though.
I mean it's +1 to your AC. So
I know, but with mage armor, my AC's at 15.
well, it would be +1 to that.
True, but then I don't get my cloak of invisibility.
That's true.
I'll take it.
You'll take the Cloak of Protection.
No, the cloak of invisibility.
Hey, that's
Can
between
he
you two.
wait? Can he wear that over his armor?
I don't have armor.
He doesn't have armor. No one wears
Oh,
armor.
yeah.
Everybody in our group has armor.
I forgot about that. I thought you wore leather.
No, I'm naked, man.
Yeah. You know what? I'll take it.
All right, this cloak is 3,500.
Deal.
All right.
Can I? Actually, no. Just deal. That's fine.
I'm gonna trade Zeke my my other diamond for the cloak.
You're like 1,600, was it?
No, it was 800.
800. The one you bought specifically.
The one
for
I
your-
bought from
Gotcha. Okay.
Jeff for free.
Jeff for free.
That's all right, friend. See if you can use it to get anything else that might be useful for you. I don't care about who has money. We need all the equipment we can
All
get.
right, I turn to Smashley and see how much she'll offer me for it.
For the diamond?
Yeah.
She looks through it. I could offer you 700 gold for this diamond.
Done.
I'd have gave you 8 for it.
Well, you should have spoke up.
Yeah.
Nah.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Are you guys looking at any of the other items, or
I want to use the basin.
okay?
Agreed. Me too.
All right. Who
What-
is going to use the basin first?
I want to use it too. I don't care. I
Zeke
go
can go.
first.
All right. Zeke's at first, so we'll have Zeke go up there first.
Okay.
Okay. A silver piece, right?
She pours water into a cup and hands it to you. Tells you to swish it around your mouth
Okay. I do
and
so.
put it back in the cup. She takes the cup and pours it back into the pitcher she has and pours it into the basin. You wait, and the water's kind of just rippling, and then boom, it goes deadly still. Still. Not steel. Still. You look into it. You see an old tavern. It is dark inside, as it appears to be in the late hours of the night, and only a few candles are lit. In the corner, huddled around several books, is an old dwarf. He has white hair and a beard that hangs low, and is a little ratty. His eyes are gray and look very piercing. His clothes seem out of place, as if he were wearing a hermit's garb from the woods. You look closer, and the books he is reading are about elves, and he is taking notes. I need you to make a perception check.
Okay. I got a 2.
With advantage, actually.
Oh, thank goodness. Nat 20. Holy
Oh,
crap.
shit. Of course, it's gotta be the vast difference.
So happy for that advantage.
So, first off, you notice that the names of the books that you're reading are about elven things. For instance, one of them is called Elven Plant Life. One of them is Elven Geography. Another is called The Lost City of the Elves. And another thing you notice is that he's scribbling and taking these notes. You look at these notes, and on last thing he wrote was, if the elven lands were lost beneath the sea, why do traders at times sell plants only grown there? And with your nat 20, from everything, you can tell that he thinks that there is still somewhere with an elven city. Elven kingdom might still be somewhere.
How much for the boat?
Okay, you immediately look away from it, and you tell her, you asking her for the boat?
Yeah, how much is the
Uh,
boat?
so-
Finally, Rooster's ecstatic. By the way,
It's 10,000.
Hold on a second. It's going to be cheaper than that because of the discount. I just need.
It's gonna be 9,000 if it's 10% off.
Was it 10,000 or 15?
It was 10.
It
I have
was
it in my
10.
notes.
All right, so
It was
9,000.
That was the
for
one item that I for sure took notes on when we were here last time. I didn't even write down how much I spent on my gloves.
Yeah, so 9,000 for the folding boat.
Okay, I can afford it if I need to, but anybody want to chip in?
35. You have 3,500 in store credit so far.
Mhm.
I'll pitch in on that.
Okay.
I'll transfer $3,000 over to your bank account when we have a chance.
She can notarize it,
Okay.
so you can just take it straight from yourself if you want. All right, I need to actually write that down from your bank.
Why don't I just buy it since I got a 9,000 credit?
If you want to just buy it outright by yourself, that's fine. I don't care. As long as we get it, we need it.
All right, I'll just buy it.
Well, no, because, you might need to get some other
Yeah,
stuff,
we'll
too.
all go $3,000 in on it.
Yeah.
I got lots of money.
We all
I
have
think
lots
we
of
all
money.
do. Yeah, let's all throw in 3K.
Yeah, but mine's store credit. This stuff here isn't.
You're trading your
exciting
axe for the
me.
boat, basically.
Right, exactly. Something that is absolutely terrible.
All right, then no one loses anything from that.
Dang it, I wish you would have said that first. I would have given you my diamond.
That axe isn't terrible. Okay, also, I think I need to say this to the fans. So,
It was
during that
awful.
one shot that I mentioned earlier, it was kind of awesome because it was the first time that Barb rolled like a normal human being and wasn't rolling above 10 on every single roll. So he missed a lot, and he he was kind of frustrated.
But once he switched from his great axe over to his great sword, he started hitting again.
That's true. Very, very true.
The family sword, you can't stop using that.
Nope.
Sweet, we have a folding boat.
All right, I also want to get that ring of water walking.
You're going to get the Ring of Water Walking?
Yeah, I was
Okay.
going to get that before all this, I promise. But
How much did I tell you what? Oh, it was
1,300.
1,300. Yep, 1,300. Just deduct that from. Are you using bank
I'm
money?
using my notary, yeah.
Okay, so you now have
6,700.
6,700 in there. All right. Anybody else do it? Well, hold up. Who's going on the basin next?
Barb.
Yeah, me.
Barb, you give her the silver. You swash the water around your mouth, spit it into the cup. She puts it in the basin, kind of ruffles for a little while, and then goes placid. You look deep within it. You see your father, and he's running through the woods. You can hear some old lady just crying out for help, and you don't know where it's coming from, but your father's running to it. He gets to this edge of a cliff. It's about 20 feet high, and in the river is a older lady kind of flashing around and seeming to drown. You remember that your dad was deathly afraid of water and, would never swim. But without even taking a pause, your father jumps right off that cliff and into the water. He gets to the old lady and pulls her away. She's not even anyone that would have been from your tribe. It's just some old lady lost in the river, and he pulls her out and gets her to the shoreline, pulling her out and takes care of her. And he sees that she's shivering and cold. He brings her back to your home. You can tell that your father looks very young. It's before you were even born. And he takes her back to his home and, gives her tea and brews her up some hot ale as well, and just gets her blood pumping. And after a few minutes, the old lady stands up, seeming like she's perfectly fine. And then she kind of transforms, and she changes into this elegant woman, just glorious. You can only describe her as godly. And she looks at him, and she pulls from behind her back your sword, and she hands it towards your father. And she says,
"You will have a son. Your son will bear this sword and help restore balance to the world. Teach him your generosity, your courage, and forever yours and his name will be remembered."
And then the vision ends.
That's a good one.
I'm pretty sure Barb was tearing up as he stepped away from the basin, but
Shut up.
Don't look at me.
Don't look at me.
All right.
Stupid, my eyeballs are just sweating.
Yeah, he kind of goes in the corner and kind of thinks about what he saw. Rooster, you step up. You do the exact same thing. This time, not spitting your water into the basin, but spitting it back into the cup, which you can tell that Smashley definitely appreciates. She pours it in. The water rubbles. It goes still. You look in it. You are in the city of Eversummit. As a boy, you see yourself. You remember this as one of the trips that Master Frocco allowed you to accompany him to get supplies. While Master Frocco and an older monk named Palto are speaking with the merchants, you see some kids your age playing with a ball. You make your way over there, and when the ball gets away from them, you catch it and begin to hand it back and act like you want to play. But they all look at you strangely and begin to whisper to each other, "What is it?" Some of the bigger kids begin pushing you around. You remember getting to fight, and just as you are about to reach back and strike him, Master Frocco catches your hand, and he says, "Go with Master Palto." And you could tell that he's a little bit disappointed in you. You walk back to the cart, and you guys begin moving back. You head towards the river. You're kind of off ahead of them alone, kind of, just upset. And he approaches you, and he says, "Rooster, my son, you must be above such things." "But they were being mean to me. I was trying to play. There was no reason for it, Master Frocco." "My son, trials will always come to you in your life." And he looks over at the river that you're next to. And he says, "Take this river, for instance. You see how it bends and cuts its way through? And look at this stone." And he picks up one of the smooth, rounded river stones. "You could be like this stone. Once rough and jagged, the trials of the river have made it smooth, perfect, symmetrical." And then he points to another rock off in the river, and you could tell it's some of that volcanic rock that's kind of holy and porous. And you could tell that the river had ripped some holes through it over time. And he says, "Or you can be like this rock and allow your trials to eat you away and to make you weak." And you look at this rock and you're like, "But that rock looks cooler, Master Frocco." And he's like, "But is it?" And he takes that river stone that he has at his hand, he throws it over there, and it easily just smashes those rocks apart. He says, "Allow your trials to shape you into a better person. Do not let them eat at you. Now run along to the monastery and make sure they're ready to take up these supplies." You run off ahead, and Palto comes over to Master Frocco, and he goes, You're wrong to fill his mind with grandeur and more self-importance. He is a good kid and will make a great monk. You are too hard on him." And Master Frocco, gazing at you, says, "It is you that are wrong. I have seen the boy's destiny, and if molded properly, he will play a hand in saving our world." And then the vision ends.
Yeah, Rooster's definitely crying.
Dude, we all got bombs dropped on us.
"You dropped a bomb on me, baby."
I mean, I just found out the Elven City might still be around. What the freak? That's supposed to be underwater.
Oh, Zeke, I messed up. You got a nat 20, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
You noticed above the bar there was a name of the tavern, and it was called the Molten Anchor.
Wait a second, I didn't roll for anything.
You didn't have to.
That's right.
I don't recognize this at all, do I?
Nope.
Interesting.
Darlings, is there anything else that I might be able to help you with?
Do you know where there's have you ever heard of an orc blacksmith somewhere around here?
Around here? No, darling, I'm afraid not. The best orcs blacksmiths haven't been here for centuries. I believe they all returned to Orcos during that nasty civil war they had.
Okay.
Is there anything else I can help you with, darling?
Yeah, how do you open the boat again? I can't remember.
Ah, yes, the boat. The folding boat. This object appears as a wooden boat, or box, that measures 12 inches long, 6 inches wide, and 6 inches deep. It weighs 4 pounds and floats. It can be opened to store items inside. This item also has 3 command words, each requiring you to speak in action. You need to come up with these words, actually. So 1 command word causes the box to unfold into a box 10 feet long, 4 feet wide, and 2 feet deep. The boat has 1 pair of oars, an anchor, a mast, and a lateen sail. The boat can hold up to 4 medium creatures comfortably. The second command word causes the box to unfold into a ship 24 feet long, 8 feet wide, and 6 feet deep. The ship has a deck, rowing seats, 5 sets of oars, a steering oar, an anchor, a deck cabin, and a mast with a square sail. The ship can hold 15 medium creatures comfortably. When the box becomes a vessel, it becomes that of a normal vessel as its size. The third command word causes the folding boat to fold back into a box, provided that no creatures are aboard. Any objects in the vessel that can't fit inside the box remain outside the box as it folds. Any objects that can fit in the box would stay in it.
How big is the box, did you say, by itself?
12 inches by 6 by 6.
All inches?
Yes. So, like the size of a shoebox.
Sure. So Barb has to come up with the 3 command words?
Yes, you'll come up with command words, and then basically Smashley will program the box for you.
Okay. I guess for the rowboat, I would say open rowboat.
It has to be a word.
Rowboat.
That's 2 words.
That's 1 word.
Is that 1 word altogether?
Yeah.
All right. I stand corrected.
Rowboat.
Rowboat.
Ship.
Ship. All right.
And close.
Okay. Good call. You have said it. She sets the spell on the box and hands it over to you. She's like, "Thank you, my darling. Anything else I could help you with?"
You don't happen to have any type of communication devices for long-distance communication, do you?
It depends what you would call long-distance communication. I don't have anything that could use like a sending spell or anything like that. I have items that could send perhaps 200 feet.
No, we're looking for, across the nation. Or I am, anyway.
Yes, I'm afraid I don't have anything quite like that.
Perhaps any stones of false speech?
Yes, these are the items that would be able to do about 200 feet.
I think it might be worth picking up some of those, don't you?
How do they work, and how much do they cost?
Well, one of those I can answer. It's basically acts like walkie-talkies, pretty much.
Yeah, they're walkie-talkie stones.
Do you have to talk into the stone for it to work?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Do you have to say niner niner?
Yep.
Can we come up with call signs?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. You can come up with whatever you want.
10-4, good buddy.
I want to be Big Bird.
It'll be 1,000 gold per stone.
So is that after the discount, or is it 900 after the discount?
900 after the discount.
All right. I say we go in on a set of those.
Yeah, I'm going to pick one up for sure. I think we all need to get... or is it... Are we buying pairs? How does it work?
You still have 3,500 in store credit as well.
Yeah, I bought the boat. You should buy all those stupid walkie-talkies.
Can we... does it only work with one other stone, or can you get, a set of 4, or how does it work?
Yeah, so you guys can get all a bunch of... how many stones do you want to get? She would pair them together based on how many stones.
I want to throw in an additional 900 for 4.
Okay. So are you
Why?
paying for 3?
Just in case we have another hooligan running around with us that we needed.
I can get 3 of them if you want to get the 4th.
That's 2,700 from you, Zeke, from your store credit, leaving you with 800 gold, and that will take 900 gold from you, Rooster.
Okay.
All right, you now have 4 stones.
I want an invisibility cloak.
I'm afraid I don't have one of those at the moment. Perhaps I can work on one for you. Are you wanting the cloak you're wearing now to have that ability?
Oh, yeah.
That would be dope.
It would take a few weeks. I have to sew special strands within each of the fibers of that cloak, so it might take some time, approximately 3 weeks perhaps, before I could have that ready.
That'll work.
All right, very well, darlings. That will be 800 gold.
Is that with a discount?
That is with the discount.
Okay, I'll have to take that out of my account.
The discount was on items, not on enchantments.
Okay. I'll have to take that out of my account. So I got, I think I got 7.
Wait, how much was it?
You're at 6,200 now.
800 for that.
I can get that for you, Barb. If you'd
Okay.
like. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I'll use my
store
store credit, yeah.
All right, there we go.
Zeke, did you give Rooster the Cloak of Invisibility and get the Cloak of Protection? I can't remember what happened.
Yes. Yes, I did.
So, Rooster, you now have that. You'll have to do a attunement for that. Your gloves also...
Well, my question is, do I need to get it trimmed down to size? Because Zeke did...
She can remove that for free, because she put that on, so she can remove it real quick. And
also, what does my Cloak of Protection look like?
You describe it. What do you want your Cloak of Protection to look like? Within reason. It's not covered in platinum.
It's covered in gold.
No, go ahead and describe it.
No, it's black with gold trim.
Boom.
Nice.
Nice.
Does it have like a high neck collar on it, or is it a hooded
A
cloak?
turtleneck?
Like,
Is it a turtleneck?
Yeah. It's kind of like the Assassin's Creed Unity one, the nice high collar, but with the hood as well.
Dope.
nice. Now I can imagine you. Correct.
Indeed.
Dope. Dopamine.
All right, we're leaving this place now.
You leave Smashley's shop and head back to the Mage's College, I assume?
Correct.
Indeed.
You reach there and you find Robin again, and he says, we received a message from them. Haldur says that he will look into it.
That's it?
I mean, I don't think he has any information on it. He has to... I don't know. That's all the message said, yes.
How far is it from here to the outpost and camp of our army?
To the Blackstone Plains?
Sure, that one.
Maybe a couple days less travel than to Kilgarum?
I hate to break it to you, but I haven't memorized the exact amount of travel between Kilgarum and Eversummit.
It took you 3 weeks to get there from there to Eversummit from there.
Dang it.
We have a lot of leads. I just don't know what to go do right now until we get that information.
Have we... So this is an honest question. Did we share what we saw in the Basin of Things with each other?
I don't know, did you?
I will, yeah.
I didn't.
I don't think that I could sum that up. Not this soon after watching my master die in my arms.
Yeah, I'll let you guys know, though, because, the Elven City, the Elven lands still possibly being alive somehow is significant.
So, I don't know, Zeke, do you think that it's worth it to run off and try and find the Elven City? Like, your sister might be there, she might not.
No, that's the thing. I don't know what to do right now. I don't know where
Maybe we should
go.
ask this Robin guy if he knows where the Molten Anchor Tavern is.
Yeah, it's as good of a lead as we've got.
Alright, I asked that to Robin.
Brave Sir Robin.
Molten Anchor, you say? That would likely be a coastal city. Molten Anchor. Just a minute. And he walks inside and he talks to him. Look, you see him speaking to another member of the Mage's College, and he comes out and he's like, "I would speak with Brudor, and he's one of the tavern owners here. He owns the Leopard Inn. If you speak to him, he's in communication with a lot of inns. He works around with them. He's trying to form the next Ironhelm Suites, he says, but more of a broader scope."
Cool. Well, Zeke, should we go check him out?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
And to the group, Rooster says, I'm assuming that we're wanting to move on from town as quickly as possible. Am I understanding that correctly?
I mean, the biggest thing is we need intel. We need to find out stuff. I mean, I don't know where we should go yet until we get some more information.
Alright, well, might as well go talk to this Brudor guy.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I'm with you. Part of me is itching to get on the road in some direction, but then we'll be far away and they won't be able to get us a message from Haldur in time.
Do we want to leave the Stone of... Well, I guess it's not that far anyways. Never mind. I was going to say leave the Stone of Farseech with him, but even within the city, it will be too far for it, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's just head out. We'll go talk to this tavern owner.
Head to this tavern. You enter in, and behind the bar, you see just him. The tavern's mostly empty, mostly because a lot of the civilians and everything are busy working on repairing the city and such. You walk forward, he's just wiping out a mug, and he sees you. He goes, "Hey, good day there. What can I do for you?"
I put down 10 gold on the table and say, We're looking for an inn called the Molten Anchor. It might perhaps be near where the Elven lands sank into the sea.
Molten Anchor? No, that's, I mean, as much as a coastal city can be as close to the Elven city as nowadays. That is actually a tavern in Ether Hollow. I believe the Swallow District, if I'm not mistaken.
Thank you. Yeah, and I guess let's
When you
set
enter the
out.
city, head towards city center. From city center, you take south into the Swallows. It's on the coast. It's got docks and stuff. If you ask around, I'm sure you can't miss it.
All right.
And he swipes the gold into his pocket, and he says, "Thanks for that, mate."
Let's head out. We made a deal.
And he was Dragonborn, just so you know.
All right, let's hit the road.
Okay, are you returning to Robin, or are you heading back to the room?
We'll head back to Robin, let him know that we're heading to Ether Hollow.
How far is Ether Hollow? Just
It is
out of
about
curiosity.
2 weeks travel.
Yeah, let's see if he knows a mage there that we can contact while we're there. Just that way, if there is any news in the meantime, we can receive it without having to come back over
Yes,
here.
I'll be sure to send a message to the mages there, and you can meet with some of the mages of Ether Hollow, and I'm sure they'll be able to find someone. Actually, ask for Matthias. Matthias will be able to help you. Matthias is actually one of our listeners who commented in, and we wanted to just give a shout out to Matthias. Matthias S. Yeah, his last name starts with an S. So, Matthias, thank you, and I hope you enjoy this episode along with the many others.
Yep, thanks, Matthias. Loved your comments.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so he says he will let Matthias know, and you guys can catch up with Matthias and ask if there's any more information.
Yeah, I don't think there's any other stores or anything here worth us checking out, are there?
Well, now that I remember it, we do have a little buggy that's been going out for rent.
True, we can
Yeah.
go collect.
Where are our horses?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure the last time I remember having it was on the hilltop coming into
Yeah.
Eversummit.
Yeah, so you tied him out at the little outpost right when you enter the city, and that's when you came running in, and you see the stables, and it looks pretty wrecked up. You enter in, and you just see a few of these lads working, trying to repair stalls, and just working on stuff. You head into the office, and behind the desk,
Hey, don't take my wagon away from me. You've taken everything else away from me this episode.
behind the desk, you see Joff, and he's kind of just like going through papers and kind of like trying to work on stuff. He looks up. Yeah. Hello. I'm sorry. What do you need? I don't have any horses. Can I help you?
Yes, you might remember us. We delivered a beautiful wagon some months ago.
Yes. Sorry. Things are a bit of a mess. I do apologize. Go there. Here it is. You have made approximately 100 gold since you've been gone. For your take. Your wagon is out there. It's seen better days. You look at it, and it has a few beat up on it. Looks like it got trashed a little bit, but not broken. Still in working order and can still do things. And he breaks out a sack of gold from in the chest and hands it over. It's been very bad, but we were lucky beforehand to be able to use your cart and rent it out quite a bit.
How bad has this attack affected your business?
They've killed about 4 of my horses, and it's been pretty bad. We are trying
the
to
gold
find
back.
the other horses
Okay,
that
good.
ran
I'm
off.
glad you think that too. I slide the gold back to him, and I just say, you know what? Keep it. Get back on your feet. Replace your horses if you can. Guys, do we even need the cart?
No, not really.
What's Zeke gonna ride in?
I
Zeke
have
has
a horse still,
I was thinking
Oh.
of taking it just to bring some
Well,
extra supplies.
but I am gonna ask him. Do you know anyone or anywhere I might be able to get a horse, a better horse than I have? I can make it worth anyone's while.
Not with another summit. Perhaps I could order you a horse from either Talantalus or Ether Hollow. Newport's been raising a fine breed lately. But if you want the best horses are from Callian.
Order me one then. How much do I need to fund?
For a Kalian steed, that would be pretty expensive. It's about a 500 gold horse.
I'm going to give him 1,000.
Do you want to?
Nope. The other one is for your business. Get back up and running and consider it an investment.
You can see tears kind of well up in his eyes, and he's just, he can't even really speak, and he nods and thank you for your kindness.
Don't mention it.
And he takes down your information, and he will order it as soon as possible. Your
Alright.
horses, by the way, are still at that guard post where I said before, not the stables.
Okay.
He says he'll continue to rent the wagon out at a discount or help people with the wagon, and then whenever he starts making money again with the wagon, he'll reimburse you all your money.
Okay.
Cool.
And where was that horse that I ordered from, and how long roughly would it
It's
take?
from Kalian. It would take, it'll take at least 4 weeks before it's back in Eversummit.
Okay.
I
All right,
hope it's
let's get
ugly.
Let's get some
You're
rest
so
before we
positive.
head
I
out.
hope it's cross-eyed. Just kidding.
Now, you guys know that the Kalian horses are like some of the finest horses in the world.
They're like Arabian horses.
Yes, they are the equivalent to Arabian
Arabian
horse.
horses are ugly.
You're ugly.
What?
All
They
right.
got that stupid-looking neck. They look like freaking stupid.
Some people would say that about your neck.
I don't have a neck. Have you ever seen my neck? I don't think so. I got shoulders and a head. So does my character.
I rest my case.
All right, moving on. You guys are going to sleep at the Mages College and then head out? or were you-
Quarter horse is where it's at.
Yes.
Okay. Are you doing anything else, guys?
Zeke, you had
I'm
something.
having a stiff drink.
I'm going to take me a nap.
All right. You guys can have a nice stiff drink, then take a long rest. You wake up the next day, ready to roll. Rooster, your gloves will roll a d10 plus your monk level celestial damage to each of your attack.
Whew.
Jeez, man, that's awesome.
Oh wait, that was you're a d12,
Nice.
not a d10, because you did do a much better an even better diamond than I thought you were doing.
Also, I want to read my Dwarven
Oh,
dictionary.
you're gonna study Dwarven for 2 hours? All right, cool.
2 hours, right?
Yep, 2 hours. You are now at 30 hours.
I'm going to play with Rambo for a while.
Oh, okay. And okay, Zeke, you're gonna have to either do an hour with Rambo or with your bird and an hour with your book, or you're gonna do all your time with your book.
I'll do an hour with each, so I have 29 hours for.
Okay,
my-
I need both of you to make animal handling rolls. You, Zeke, with advantage because of your rings.
12.
12. All right, you bond a little bit more. You feel pretty good.
I got a 25.
Oh, that's gonna be a dose greatness. All right, yeah, Rambo is definitely listening. Both of your birds are listening to you a lot better. Rambo is picking up on Barb's language, being able to understand his gestures and everything, which is kind of nice because Barb's gestures might not make sense to any normal person who sees what he's doing. But
That's true.
At the same time, that's good because then when anybody gestures to his bird, that bird will just ignore it because it doesn't understand it. But yeah, both birds are looking good. You're very close to being fully bonded with Rambo, Barb, and
Nice.
Carfax. You're about.
Wait, did you
Garfax?
just call him Garfax?
Who's Carfax?
Isn't your bird called Car? Oh yeah,
It's Carrion.
Carrion. Is you Carrion?
I thought it was Carnifex.
I thought it was Carnifex.
Oh, shoot.
Carfax.
Carnifex. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
Turn effects.
Either way, yeah, you said Carfax. And it
I did
freaked
say
me out. I was
Carfax
like, wait,
because
what?
that's what I'm calling him from now on. But Carnifex is almost halfway bonded, so you're moving
Sweet.
on to.
Yeah.
All
Awesome.
right. Yeah, and then you get an hour of reading, so you are at 29 hours.
You should just train your bird in Dwarven so you get both ways.
That you'll get disadvantage.
Yeah. But if I am successful, that would be very impressive.
Okay, you wake up in the morning, and make your way out the city. The city's pretty solemn. You can tell that many are hurting, just as you all are, and you can see the lost eyes of some people. Like, you can tell that their homes and businesses have been destroyed, and you can feel that hurt in your own souls. But as you look on the road and forward, you know that you're going to get payback. And that's where we'll end for the night.
Oh, yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Was that a better ending for you, Rooster?
Yes, thank you. I appreciate a happy, hopeful ending as opposed to everything's on fire, who's dead.
As always, we hope you enjoyed the show, and we look forward to the next episode. Please do comment in. We love it. We've got several comments, and we're enjoying being able to get some feedback and to be able to respond to some people. So again, we really appreciate it. Please do leave us reviews on Apple or wherever you use your podcast listening devices, and that'll just help us out. Spread the word, spread that this podcast isn't too crappy, and hopefully we can get some more friends and followers, and we can just have a much more time and maybe build up our community. And we love you all, and we appreciate everything.
Boy.
Hey everybody, we hope that you enjoyed the show, and if you did, you can give us a 5-star rating on iTunes, or wherever you listen to your podcast. We would sure love to hear from you, and you can reach out to us on our Twitter handle, at NSSDBros, or hashtag NSSDBros. You can also check out our new website. It's NSSDBros.com. We look forward to hearing from you. Please subscribe to our channel so you get some more awesome content, and you get to hear our next episode of Not So Super Dungeon Bros.